So since SHOT Show 2023, any best of carry gun video that I've done, or even just standalone carry gun videos that I've done, I have been told that my lists are incomplete because I forgot the Canik Mete. And so that's what we're going to be looking at today. This is kind of the exposition, the first part of this plot here with the Canik MC9. So there won't be any shooting in this video, but I do want to talk about how I feel about this gun leading up to me taking it to the range and seeing if this truly is one of the best carry guns on the market. Anytime that I bring a new gun to the table, there will always be somebody that says, oh yeah, it's the latest and greatest, but you know, my original Shield or my XDS or whatever stood the test of time, and you know, that's actually the best gun, or my Glock 26 or you know, whatever. But that's what we do here. We review guns, we review new guns, and anytime there is an advancement or a new gun that's out there that could be the best or could be best for you or somebody else, I'm going to bring it to the table. And so we're going to look at this gun, I'm going to compare it to some of the others that I've just mentioned, and we're going to see what comes out of the box. So treat it like an unboxing, treat it like a first look, treat it like a comparison, treat it however you want it, but this is what we're going to be looking at today. Oh, geez. All right, a book. So Canik really caught my attention with their SFX rival that we recently reviewed, because I was just blown away with that gun. So you're gonna get, obviously, your manual, all that good stuff. One thing Canik does better probably than any company is they actually give you things you can use, right, with the gun, besides the gun, right? So you're gonna get a little punch there, a little brush, right? You got a little cleaning rod, some backstrap options, and hey, you even get two guns for the price of one. Check that out. But this is actually a tool, and it's got tools on the inside of the little Canik there. So let's open it up, see what comes in the package. All right, so I ended up paying like $4.99 for this, a little bit over MSRP. I checked my local gun shop that I go to, they didn't have them, so I ended up ordering it and having it shipped in. But you know, not too bad. Comes with a holster. These holsters have gotten better over time. They're still not something, you know, fantastic, but this is going to have to work until I can get a holster or whatever. But that's kind of how it fits. The dual clips right there. So it'll work, at least to give you an idea, tell you how it carries. Of course, you're going to get the gun, one 12-round magazine right here. It actually does come with a little pinky extension too, so that's kind of cool. And then it's going to come with a lock and whatever the hell this is, quality control, okay. It'll come with an assist loader, and then it's going to come with an old 15-rounder, if you live in a free state, of course, that looks like that. Now, tell me that doesn't look weird or off to you, right? Right there. Doesn't that look odd? Like why this doesn't extend, why this base plate doesn't have a piece to, I mean, does it really matter? No, but aesthetically, looks kind of goofy, okay? But, you know, it is what it is. So I was hoping that some of their other back straps would have that extension, but they don't. So neither one of them have that little extension right there. They're just gonna come right down. So it looks a little bit weird, but you know what? At the same time, if I'm carrying this as a backup magazine, and I have to use this, God forbid, I could give a crap less how this looks as long as it works and it's going to save my life. So what I'll end up doing is taking the Neo Mag, boom, just like that, and carrying my spare magazine. Okay, so 12 and a 15-round magazine. Let's go ahead and get the box out of the way and talk about the features on the Canik. All right, so let's talk about what makes the Canik Mete MC9 what it is, right? The features. So you do have a Picatinny Rail, which is pretty cool. A lot of guns in this size don't have a traditional rail. So if you want to put a light or a laser on this gun, you can easily do that. Your slide stop is ambidextrous, right? It kind of has the German style ambidextrous slide stop there, which is pretty cool. You have front and rear slide serrations. They're cut deeply into the slide. There's no issue there. it does take quite a bit of force to get that slide back, which isn't unusual for guns like this. You have a black U-notch sight in the rear and then a big white dot there in the front. Of course, it does come optics ready. You have a loaded chamber indicator right there that's going to pop up towards the front of the barrel right there and show you when a round is in the chamber. You actually have a striker indicator in the rear right here. So watch whenever I pull the striker back. Boom. Striker releases, that goes down. So that's pretty cool right there. You have a reversible magazine release right there. You have this red aluminum little dingus in the middle of the trigger. And this is, to me, dry firing, one of the most impressive parts about this gun. When you pull the trigger, you get to the wall right there. There's a decent amount of take up, but watch what happens. Pulls right through. Super predictable, man. I cannot wait to shoot this gun. Here's your reset. Boom. Tactile, and it's audible. So judging just from the dry firing of the trigger, this thing's probably going to do pretty freaking awesome. It's got some weight too. So you're looking at 21.5 ounces. Overall length of 6 inches, and then you have a overall width of 1.1 inches, and then what, 4.5 inches high. So it's right there in that like equalizer or Shield Plus Performance Center as far as the weight. So that does a couple of things for you. If you have a good holster and a good gun belt, it really isn't going to affect you all that much. But it's also going to help to soak up some of the recoil from these smaller guns, okay? So that it can be a positive thing for sure. Now I decided not to get an optic for this yet. I want to see how it shoots with these sights that are on there, and then if this does end up getting into my rotation, then I'll look at getting an optic for it. Probably a 507K, I would say, or a 407. I kind of like the 507 just because you get the 32 MOA circle and the dot, or a combination of both, or either or. So that's probably what I'll end up rocking on it. But again, I don't know if it's something I'm going to carry. This is kind of a situation where if it's good enough, I definitely will carry it for sure. And then what I want to show you as far as the size of the gun. So how does it compare to something like the beloved, my beloved, Shield Plus? All right, if we do slide to slide, they are almost identical. What's impressive about the Canik Mete 4.5 inches high, 12 round mag, Shield Plus is 10 plus 1. Again, the Mete is 12 plus 1. So you can see the difference right there. If we look at it versus the Spectra Comp is a little bit longer, right? About the same width there. Both 12 round guns. It looks like the SIG is just a little bit longer up in here, but they're almost the same. I haven't looked at the dimensions, what they say on paper, but if we just look at them like that, there ain't much of a difference there. So it does fall right in line with where you would expect your other popular carry guns to be. Let's say we take the 15 round mag and we compare it to something like, I don't know, the Hellcat Pro there. A little bit of difference in length, not too much. A little bit of about the same as far as the width. And again, now we're at 15 rounds and 15 rounds. So let's flip it around. Looks like the Hellcat is going to come in a little bit shorter, actually. Boom. You can kind of see that difference right there. It ain't much, but you know, what is that, a quarter of an inch or something? So the Hellcat Pro is sized really well though too. So it's pretty impressive. Even if we look at something like the 17 round X Macro, there you go. They're about the same length. So it's not the best as far as size to weight to capacity, but it's right in line with what we expect. If we have, let's say, let's keep the 15 round on there with the Glock 43X. And try to get an accurate look here. Now the Glock 43X is 10 rounds. The meat still has the 15 round mag in there. If we swap it out, put the 12 round mag in the meat, the MC9, boom. 12 rounds and 10 rounds, it actually comes in shorter than that. You know, the Glock 43X gives you almost a full-size grip. And if you're into Glocks, you know, and that's your thing, then that's where the Glock 43X really, people like that about it. And it is a good thing. But if you're looking for ultimate concealability and maximum capacity, that's where you have to look at the MC9 and be like, dude, that is impressive. 2 more rounds, and it's a good, like, ½ inch shorter than the Glock 43X. So I think they did a really good job. It's not the best on the market, but it's definitely right there as far as size to weight and capacity ratio. So the burning question, will this actually replace my Shield Plus or the Spectra Comp? Does it offer anything better than those guns do? One thing I can say is, even paying a little bit over MSRP for this thing, you know, it's priced well like most Caniks are, and you get a lot with it. So I'm really anxious to get this thing to the range, see how it does, and report back to y'all. And in the next video that we do on this, I'll be able to tell you how well it did versus the Shield Plus, and maybe even some of these others if that's something that you want to see. Feels really good in the hand, man. So I cannot wait to get the MC9 out and see if I was mistaken in some of my videos talking about the best carry guns of 2023 and leaving this off of the table. If I was wrong, then I'm wrong. And that's something I don't mind admitting, especially if we get an awesome new carry gun out of it. So I'd love to hear what your opinions are of the MC9. If this is something you already have you shot it? Do you like it? What is the deal? Let me know what you think about the MC9. If there's anything else you want to see me review, if you're a patron or channel member, make sure you send me those messages. Make sure you send me pictures of your guns so I can share them in our Gun of the Week or Gun of the Month on those platforms. If you want to join us there, there's a link down below in the description of this video. Big thanks to you guys. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.